How much will Aaron do today?
He's for sure. I don't want to jinx anything, but he's been doing 7-on-7, 2-minute, anything team where people can be around his legs. We've been holding him out on that stuff.
So he's just not doing 11 on 11?
Yeah.
Was yesterday his first day back in the house?
No, he did Friday. He did some 2-minute work, and then got in yesterday. So, like I had talked about last time, it's been going according to plan.
You guys have talked about kind of his effect in the building and that kind of thing to Eric's team. They put out a video yesterday of him throwing a deep ball. Are there moments when you just kind of see him actually on the field throwing that it's like, whoa?
Yeah, I think there was another one that they threw out there where he threw it to C.J. Uzama. It's a it was a dirty throw, but yeah, he's just got tremendous vision. He can see it all, and he's got so much experience that he I mean, you give him that much, you're wide open. So there's been some wow moments. I'm sure there's gonna be a heck of a lot more.
He's a guy that doesn't shy away from talking about Super Bowls, whether it's at a concert or here, I guess. I think he calls it manifesting it. Does that take some getting used to for you?
No, there's everyone talks about it. Everyone, you have long-term goals. I think he's the type that has the discipline to bring it back to the moment, though. The reality is, we all want to win a world championship. You guys all want to be the best in your craft, and so we have long-term goals. But what are you doing in the interim? What are you doing today to prepare you or to get you moving into that towards your long-term goals? So he's one of those guys that has that discipline. He understands that, yes, this is what I want, but this is what I need to do today. And if you have that and you can keep that in perspective, I think you're fine being able to drift off every once in a while.
You said, I remember we talked about Tom Brady, and you were saying his arm just never fell off from a talent perspective, and it seems like you're talking about Rodgers the same way. Has he been able to do it, and just what about today's game? Can you illustrate that these guys are playing? He's 39, he's still got everything to do when he's 29.
Yeah, he, as far as a physical standpoint, what he does day to day, that'd probably be more of a question for him. I know he's pretty disciplined with regards to eating and all that stuff, but he has a way about it. I mean, it's funny talking to Nicolini and our strength and conditioning coach. He was talking about how strong he is, and he was like Dwayne Brown, super strong. I'm convinced it's probably old man strength. Who knows? But he's got tremendous strength. He's still very, very youthful. I know his age is just a number for him, but everything looks good. He's got tremendous zip on the ball, a lot of accuracy, and so he's special.
Coach, you said that Aaron has an ability to state that goal, which everybody has, and also work on the day-to-day, but I feel like every team has that same goal, but they don't always acknowledge it, right? Or there's that fear of putting those expectations. How does it change things when he walks into the room and says, no, I'm here to win a championship?
I think I don't know, call me different or whatever. It's not arrogance. Every team wants to win a championship. Every team is expecting to win a championship. That is in the walls, and you talk about it, you acknowledge that. Yeah, of course, every team wants to win a championship, but you have to have the discipline to bring it back. So that's where messaging comes in and all that. Like, that's what you want, but what are you doing today? And you just got to remind everyone, what are we doing at this moment? And because if we're not doing what we need to do today, then none of it matters anyway. But because teams don't talk about it doesn't mean that they're not really thinking about it. Everybody wants to win a championship. Everybody in the NFL wants to win a championship, and everybody goes into camp believing that they're one of those teams that can win a championship. That is a true inner belief. No matter what's said, no matter what the power rankings say, 1 to 32, all of them think that they're capable of winning a championship. And but what are you doing today? That's all that really matters.
Have you seen a different type of moxie in the locker room and guys detailing their work to a championship caliber because of what Aaron brings?
I feel like we had that last year. Obviously the offense and defense coming up, but These guys, we got a really, really cool locker room. These guys take everything deliberately. They treat every rep like a championship rep. From walkthrough to endo to group install to team reps, everything is so deliberate in how they go about their business. Now, is there a confidence and a belief that they can do more? Absolutely. You know, anytime you have that, but again, I don't think it's really changed how we practice, because I feel like we've got a really good group of guys who take everything to heart.
How with Lawson, Robert, do you expect kind of another level from him this year, further removed from the Achilles injury?
Yeah, you know, I am excited for him. You know, my personal experience would be Richard Sherman, who had the Achilles injury. We signed him that first year. He had a decent year, but was nowhere near where I remembered. And then the second year removed, it was like he was back. And it was a 2019 year, and just learning about Achilles injuries, and it's a 2-year injury. The first year you're not quite where you want to be, and then that second year everything comes back. And he, you know, yesterday was the first day we've seen him. He looks freaking awesome. So I'm really excited for him and what he can do with having 2 years removed from that injury.
Robert, with Dwayne Brown, I know you say you're going to play the best 5 players on the offensive line. Dwayne hasn't played right tackle ever in the NFL. He said the last time he played it was at Virginia Tech, either his sophomore or junior year. Could he possibly play there? Is that a scenario? Or after all these years of left tackle, that's what he is?
You know, that's something that we'll look at. You know, like he obviously is very comfortable at that left tackle spot. There's guys who can play right and left, and just trying to sort it out. We'll get to all that as we go, but I have a feeling Dwayne will be a hard out anyway. So he looks good. He's doing a really nice job, but everything will be taken into consideration once we start to settle in on which 5 are going to be the 5 that we roll into the season with.
What do you mean by hard out?
A hard out, as in he's going to be hard to push out the door.
Can you, how's Will McDonald fitting in, and could you see how could he impact the way you rotate all those defensive ends?
Will looks the part. I love his personality. He is he's a dude, man. He's got tremendous length. His bend, just going through drills. I know there hasn't been much O-line, D-line, but it's freakish. Just his bendability and burst off the ball and all that stuff, and his length. Obviously, he's got there's things that, from a developmental standpoint, all rookies go through it with regards to a little bit more size, a little bit more power. Developing the ability to run through tackles is always going to be the biggest thing for defensive linemen. But love where he's at right now. He's got a long way to go. But you guys know, as we rotate, as many, if they dress on game day, they're going to play at least 20. And so he'll be part of the rotation.
Jeremy Ruckert's a guy that didn't really play much last year, but we've seen a lot of him out of practice so far. What has he shown you between last year and now?
He looks awesome. He's hungry. You know, last year he had the plantar fasciitis. He was, you know, dealing with the foot injury all season. But he looks like a guy on a mission. Now we're not in pads yet, but I'm not worried about him in pads. He's got a nasty streak to him, but excited about him and the direction he's going for sure.
There's a report saying that you don't plan on holding mandatory minicamp next week, and if that's true, then what went into that thinking?
You know, at the Hall of Fame game, we're reporting a week earlier than everybody else. And guys need to get away. We've been here. They've put in a really good off season. All the guys have since April, so April, May, June, and you know, just to give the guys the extra week to go take their break, because you need a week off, and then you got to rev back up to get ready for the season. And if we having this extra week, taking the week off, then the 4th, there's just a lot of things that can mess up the flow, but we'll pick it up and we'll regain it once we get back for the Hall of Fame game.
So the players are not required to be here at all?
Mm-hmm.
Robert, the Bills extended defensive tackle Ed Oliver this week. Giants and Titans have already got Dexter Lawrence and Jeffrey Simmons done. How eager are you to get Quinton done, and do you expect that to come free break?
Yeah, you know, I speak for everyone. I probably speak for Quinton in that we all want it to get done sooner rather than later. But I'll let the business guys handle all that stuff. But it's going to get done. He'll be here for camp. He'll be ready to roll, and once he is, he'll be I'm sure he'll be the same guy he was a year ago.
Is he missing anything by not being here right
You're asking a coach that. Of course he is. But I think he'll be fine.
How has Sherwood looked? Is he kind of grabbing that third linebacker job right now?
Yeah, Wood's doing a really nice job, because he's got it hard. He's got to work between Sam and Mike, so he's got to do two positions at once, and it's year 3 for him. He looks really good, though. He's very smart. He's very comfortable in the system, and he's executing at a high level. So, again, excited for him to get pads on. Not that I'm even worried about his physicality and all that stuff, but just excited for real football, defending the run, and doing all the things that we think just to see the steps that he's taken.
Well, good. Just to clarify, Rob, you're going to have a mini camp next week. It's just not going to be mandatory.
No, we're not. We're not doing it. Yeah, everyone's dismissed.
Including you guys.
Thank you.
I'm showing up next week anyway. See you.